screen. So, Terhamkus everyone. Unfortunately, I don't speak Estonian, so let me go through in English. Again, I'm called Alexander from Japan, and currently this is fourth year in Estonia. I came here in 2018 and used to work at Vivek, Estonian startups. And now I also work for an IT company both based in Japan and Estonia, but I also have the sound business from 2020. And yeah, today I would like to share my brief overview of the sauna business in Japan from Estonia. Then yeah, I'm really looking forward to kind of the potential partnership. So let me go through. So this is my company overview. Like we just launched our company like 2020, the culture, and the basic idea is just bringing Estonian saunas or Nordic saunas to Japan and have more saunas. And we started from the Estonian entity, but we realized like it's easier to have a Japanese entity, and that's why we have the Japanese company. We have already some partnership with Sauna Inter, the biggest wholesalers in here, yeah, and some companies, and also independent. Maybe we can focus on that. So everyone asked me, Alex, why do you do the sauna business? Why sauna? Then I've been here already for 3 years, and of course I enjoyed out sauna here. Actually, one of the participants in virtual participants is one of my good friends, and he took me to the sauna for the first time here, 2018. Then I realized, okay, the sauna quality here in Estonia is, like, say, much better than the one in Japan. Then that's the thing, like, because I just want to have my own sauna in Japan. That's kind of, my like biggest motivation in the beginning. Then actually I bought this one. This is my sauna, like bio sauna. There is a mountain behind, so obviously it's in Japan, not in Estonia. And yeah, we bought it in, like in the beginning of this year. And yeah, as I told you, like it's meant for the just for myself, like just for my private use. And I just put it in my summer house. Then that's the kind of the starting point. But and this is another one. This is the working project right now, like some intended as well. This is also what I wanted. But yeah, actually, the business started from 1 week. It's in Japanese, so I hope I hope you can understand. Not like I just tweeted like hey, I just bought this sauna from Estonia. Then is there anyone who want to buy the same kind of stuff? Then got some like positive feedback, like the wrote like there's some like 200 likes and 30 retweet on Twitter. So I understand like it's good, like it's marketing, and there's some positive feedback, and then I already got some direct mail, like hey, I want to have this one. How much is it? Like how long does it take to get up? Then I realized okay, it's good to start a business regarding sauna as a Japanese food business in Estonia. Then this week, I turned my life into more sauna side. Then maybe I should briefly like also explain like sauna environment in Japan. Then like this is like some temporary number from the Finnish like statistics. But in Estonia, as you understand, there's so many saunas. Obviously in gym, in the private house, in the summer house, always sauna. But in Japan, in contrast, even we really love the spa culture, as Mr. Masaki explained. Like we really love the bath culture. Then we basically have like a sauna with bath, but the quality is not really good, and the number is not really enough. Then like if that is happening, I sometimes need to be in line to get a sauna with a native, waiting just 5 minutes because of the lack of sauna facility. And yeah, there are so many like sauna in Japan. So yeah, this is overview. I told you I understand like I should write in Estonian later. But yeah, as I told you, like sauna environment in Japan even it's getting so popular, like we still have so many like challenges around the like sauna experience. So I, as a Japanese corporation in Estonia, already explained, experienced like that kind of the one of the best sauna experience in here. Then I always compare it like mostly it's been in Japan. Of course, Japan has a good side, like their food quality is like really nice. But in contrast, like I went through like this like some kind of challenges. Like for example, in here you can wear the swimsuits and you can go to your like a family to the spas. But in Japan, totally separate. So we never enjoy the sauna with your like girlfriend or wife or whatever partners. Yeah, and actually, thanks to the COVID situation, basically we prohibited the talk in the sauna. But even before the COVID, like there's some like facility, like who don't prohibit to talk in the sauna, but we basically like just. And maybe I already here. Yeah, like the style, like Japan, yeah, sauna from Finland to Japan was imported around 1960s. But yeah, they imported in the like a little bit different way. I don't want to say like wrong. The saunas in Japan is really extremely dry because most of the facility probably is the lake, so we cannot draw the water onto the rocks. That's also the problem. But thanks to the social medias and there are some like sauna related like program, drama, whatever. The 3 years, let's say from like 2018, like sauna getting really popular, and that sauna means like Finnish style sauna. So there are so many like people who are really eager to visit Finland and Estonia to have the real experience of the sauna. And the sauna was meant for like let's say older guys like 40, 60, like a dinner like for the male, and like past like decades. And actually, when I was kids, I felt like the sauna is really extremely dry and it is really hard to stay like more than like 1 minute. And it's really like like older guys' place. I felt. But now, like thanks to the social media and there are some like facilities to introduce like real Finnish like a sauna style. Then getting like the sauna in Tokyo or in Japan, getting like let's say more knowledge. But there are some like facilities who are going to the like really Japanese extreme dry sauna. So yeah, of course I respect, but I personally really like the Finnish style sauna or Estonian style like that. Then yeah, it's getting like big. So the number of the sauna users is also getting bigger. Yep. And yeah, we work since like we launched the company in February this year in Japan, and we already have some use case in the over throughout. For example, this is one of the Japanese like ryokan. Ryokan is not the hotel, but really classic like Japanese type hotel. And we put together with like Japanese food style and the UNESCO style. So we imported the viral salmon, but we painted with like Japanese food, like as you can see. And yeah, there's some like stoves, and on the top right, there's some like gate with the Japanese style. So you can stay there, and you can enjoy the sauna with like some Japanese in Japanese atmosphere. Another one is really like a simple, but we are successful, place the sauna in the spa in Saitama, and quite close to Tokyo. And they offer this sauna for the kind of for like they renting out this viral sauna some like fees per hour. Then you can enjoy the sauna. And they also do some kind of listing session in the inside of the sauna. So they also put together the sauna like the sauna culture with like different ways. And one of the biggest surprise for us is this one. Yeah, as you can surprise him. Yeah, this guy is Mr. Fujimori. Is one of the famous comedian in Japan. Randomly contacted me, hey, I want to have a viral sauna from Estonia. Then I said like, sure, are you serious? Then actually he bought. We don't offer for free. He bought our viral sauna, and he has 1 million followers. on social media. I realized it's not so big difference. Then like he, create some contents on YouTube, like this is how to create a barrel sauna, this is how to enjoy the barrel sauna, and he, said like it's the world. Then of course that is really huge, massive peer opportunity for us. Like the video got like 455K views, and we have so many e-cards since like the video published. So yeah, like that, we had like in the past 6 months, we have some kind of use case in Japan, and we can in Japanese really like to use this in the local use. So we focus on the like the single project, and focus on having the kind of the use case. And actually, those kind of we have like more than 20 Saunas projects by far, but those three are the kind of the remarkable one. Okay, yeah, some local newspapers. I don't touch it. And yeah, brief introduction. Maybe you might know him, Baruto, the famous small restaurant in Japan. Actually, one of the partner for the Pittsburgh, the sauna fire sauna producers. He introduced us. So yeah, he is also the big fan of the sauna. We visited like his place and got some like video interview and talked a lot about the sauna. And he, is a good cultural advisor for us of the sauna environment, and he also understands Japanese business opportunities. And yeah, this is the brief overview of what we have done. Maybe it can be used for you. Like for 6 months, first quarter, I was really struggling. As Masaki-san said, like legal check was one of the most like suffering class, because I just want to have the sauna in Japan, but all the regulation, hey, no, you should go through this, and we always need to check with a legal like lawyer and some like advisors in sauna businesses. Then that was the most crucial part. Like for example, electricity. Masaki-san told us like there's some like safety regulations, so we need to check that. And building like regulation, and what was it like if it is meant for that spot, like for the business, we also need to check through the regulation against the spot. And rest of them is just like like general stuff. But let's say showroom, like as I told you, like Japanese really love to use this, and I'm really this is the kind of fun type. Like I just want to have my sauna, and it turns into the showroom later. So we invited some people who are interested in like find a sauna, then offer the kind of experience. And of course, like I'm really confident that the experience is, let's say, totally unique, excellent, compared with like a general sauna. Yeah. Then there's some like clients who buy the sauna after that sauna. And of course, like partnership, like as we're based in Estonia, of course it's really easy to reach out. But yeah, for example, like the some like connected with like local producers. But sometimes I just write an email like directly to the businesses. So yeah, if you can find the right partner, the business goes really well. And this is also our lesson learned. As I told you, like yeah, language differences. That Mr. said, like yeah, there's some language barrier between Japan and Estonia for Japan and the rest of the world, unfortunately. And I think like key is we should find the right partner who at least one person in the company are fluent in English. Otherwise, for example, like I attend as an interpreter for a meeting between Japan and Estonia sometimes. Then I always listen and speak, listen and speak. So that means like in a meeting duration, like meeting contents gonna be 50% compared with like in all in English. So that's why I prefer like the working with like without that interpreter. Of course it can work, but more time. Like the cultural differences, I personally don't feel like a huge like a cultural gap between Japan and Estonia. But for example, like maybe some of you experience like business decision speed in Japan is a little bit slower because it's like like company itself is weak. So I sometimes recommend like it depends on the situation. I sometimes recommend start to work together with like SMEs. That's also like easier. Like we can make a decision in 30 minutes. I just had a call with the management and decided like that. Actually, yes, we're Japanese, but like I was so surprised in the beginning of my stay in Estonia. Like I just waited tram. I expect like 10 minutes delay, but it came in the time. So I understand like Estonia is a basically punctual, but there are some like Slovakia. So there are some like the trouble we encountered. But we decided to tell our client that the schedule with some buffers. If the Estonian like company said like end of September, we always say like mid of October. Then we have some buffers. Then so, quality assurance. That's also like our trouble right now in country. That we have some checklist. This is really like small like tasks, small tasks. But we have like some checklist. We have some checkpoint as well. Then we are now eager to resolve this problem. News communication, I didn't feel any like inconvenience between Japan and Estonia because I basically spent like most of the year in after 2021. I just came back to Estonia like in the beginning of the August. That means like the last like 7 months I was in Japan and I have a communication with the Estonian like partners in the really beginning of the business. And the last 2 weeks ago, I personally met with a guy who were producing the biosaunas. But it went well. So yeah, if the person are fluent in English, then Zoom and let's say Skype is always useful. I have no like difficulties about it. Then this is pretty much my presentation. As I told you, like we are really eager to expand our business in Japan. And for the first 6 months, I understand like we had a good start. So we are really open for any partnership with personal producers and wood producers that wood can be like used for sauna, or we also import some like kuni sauna, hot bathtub to Japan as well, and the sauna related other items. And yeah, I'm personally really huge fan of the sauna, so anyone can invite your own sauna, or we can go to the spa together and talk about it. Yeah, this is my email address, so I'll open for any contact. That's it for my side. Thank you so much.
Thank you.可能性がある会社はリスト見てね。